Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So patience required here with Bitcoin. Yeah, it is still here in this movement to the downside, in this larger unfolding 5-wave pattern to the downside. That is sort of my primary count that I'm following here at the moment. Again, you know, there are various counts possible here from the high at 25,200. But this is for me one of the most likely ones. Again, ending diagonal in a wave 5. Each of the 5 subwaves has 3 subwaves because ending diagonal, and it can be counted quite nicely like that. Based on that, I would assume that we are currently in a wave C of 3. Yeah, so that we have seen already ABC wave 1, ABC wave 2, A, B of wave 3 already done, and we're now here in wave 3. You can see actually this could become some kind of a head and shoulders. So if this is losing here the neckline, I would say, you know, below, I mean, certainly below around about 18,400, you should have a breakdown. Then this is going to play out as wave C of 3. Then there should be a wave 4 and a wave 5. So that's where I am and where we are. And, you know, if we look at wave 3 as a whole, which is the wave in which we currently are, by the way, main target for that is sort of just below 16K. Then we can say here clearly, it looks like wave 1 was done, wave A was done, wave B was done in an ABC, and we are heading currently down in wave C. So wave C here consisted of wave 1, oops, that was ugly, wave 1, and we're now retracing in wave 2. At least this is how I see it at the moment. So, and then that would indicate that very soon we could already be heading here to the downside. Can I rule out we go a bit higher? No, of course not. We've got key resistance levels here still on the chart. 20,200 is unchanged, one of the key resistance levels here. As you can see highlighted on the chart, I cannot rule out that we're going to see a larger wave B, but all of that would not signal anything bullish until we really break above that $22,100 level. Only above that level, I would believe that we have a more significant bottom in here. Yeah, and then I would just simply look for the next entry, because then the scenario has flipped into bullish. So that's where we are, you know, and until then the scenario is focusing further on the downside. Here in this 5-wave move of wave C, if we zoom in and go to the 1-hour chart, we can, so let me just make that a bit larger. So we can see here a 5-wave move down in a wave 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And at the moment here, possibly this wave 2 unfolding. Important, the Fibonacci retracements. We've currently reached the 61.8% Fib level, yeah, which is an ideal place to turn around for a wave 2. It is an ideal place, but we could even move up to here that roughly $20,000 level. We have seen recently that cryptos like to max out what they can do in a wave, and the 78.6% Fib level is always a level where a scenario gets unlikely if it crosses that. So if that wave 2 goes above that 20K level, then it is probably not a wave 2 anymore. It's probably then already indicating that we're going to break the 20,400 level up here. Yeah, so keep an eye on that level. This currently is the ideal level to turn around, and I already talked to the channel members on Telegram briefly about that. We had a first micro signal here that, and this was a very, very small time frame, 5-wave move down. Again, as I said, it was a very not unlikely, but an unreliable signal, but a first hint that this move up could be finished, especially as we retraced to the 61.8 level and we're starting down a micro or nano 5-wave move. But this has been invalidated with this candle by going up too much. Okay, so we retraced a little bit too much, so it's already invalidated. Didn't really happen anything on the higher time frame here, but the nano signal, the first hint that we're heading down, has been basically invalidated. So looks at the moment like we're pushing through this especially as we have on the 1 hour here an engulfing green candle, but we are still below that 61.8% fib level. So keep an eye on this level, 19,637 and then 19,960, roughly 20k. Only if that gets broken substantially and sustained, then we're looking at something probably different than a wave 2. But until then, yeah, focus is on wave 3 down next, then a wave 4 up and a wave 5 down. Target for that wave 3, based on the assumption wave 2 might have peaked here, yeah, would be sort of the 16.5k level. I think that is a reasonable level to expect. First key support would be here 17.7k. That's the 1-to-1 ratio, but ideally you would see in a wave 3 the 1.618 fib extension, and that would reach the 16.5k level. So that is where we are here at the moment. There is the other count as well that I talked in previous videos about, but in the very short term it doesn't really make a great difference. This is also a bearish count, just a slightly different count, where we're looking at the move that's currently unfolding here as an ABC wave down in a wave 5. So basically we say that in this particular scenario we moved down from the high at 25.2k. In a wave 1 we moved up in a 2, came down in a 3, moved up in a 4, basically all of that a diagonal pattern, therefore you can have the overlaps, and we would come down in a 5. The wave 5 itself a 3-wave move as a diagonal. So this is not going to work out with ABC, but this could still be the wave B, absolutely, especially also looking at the retracement levels, and then the wave C would follow down. But also here, same story, it might not be overall that bearish, this scenario, because we can, or we would have to finish the wave 5 above 15.8k. Yeah, so this is where the bear market should end as per this scenario, because the wave 5 can't be the shortest wave, and the wave 3 is already shorter than wave 1, so wave 5 has to be the shortest one in this case, and it would be limited by 15.8k. But yeah, this is where we are at the moment. Focus further on the downside. These waves can certainly retrace a little bit higher, but yeah, you know, overall the trend is still down. And as I said, we have a breakout level at 20.2k, but really only above 22.1. I would believe that we have something more bullish going on here for Bitcoin. So that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.